Guys, I don't really know. I played this game earlier, but I didn't record it until now. Um, I just want to say a few things before I end this recording. But the first time I played this, which was off screen, I wasn't recording it at the time. But the first time I played this, it actually brought a tear to my eye because I wasn't really connecting the pieces right away. But when you go into the bathroom, it all starts to make sense. It all starts to become clear. And what really ties it together is when he goes upstairs and you read the note on the table. That then is what broke me down. That is what stabbed me in the feels because there's kids out there like that. They're going through tough times, at home, at school, in general. And the last thing they need to be thinking about is taking their own life. That's the last thing they need to be concerned with. And I think parents should really, really step in and actually talk to their children, ask their children if there's anything they're going through. Be sure to ask them every day how they're feeling. If they feel better or worse today than they did yesterday. And remind them that you're always there to listen, to not judge them, and to just reassure them that you're always there, that you'll always be there. So if there's anything that they're going through, whether mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be, let them know that you're there to listen. And that's the main thing you should do is listen. Like if your child comes to you, completely overwhelmed, overflowing with emotions and just everything. The first thing you should do is put whatever you're doing aside and focus all your attention onto them. Don't ignore them, don't push them aside, don't mistreat them, don't abuse them because doing that and they already have weight on their shoulders. They're already going through some tough times. The last thing you want to do is ignore them and to abuse them even more. Because doing that could actually lead to what we just saw in this little short story here. And that's something no parent should ever want, is to come home and their child has OD'd or they've done something that they cannot undo, like what he did. So I think all parents out there should listen to their kid when they are in dire need, of someone to come to and to vent and to put their emotions out onto. You should listen to them, you should comfort them, you should let them know you're always there because with mental disorders and mental illnesses being so high like they are now, no parent knows what their child is going to do. No parent knows what their child is capable of doing. A gun, a knife, even a piece of glass, as we just saw. Anything can be used as a weapon, on yourself, on anyone. But if your child is going through some tough times, depression, anxiety, or they're just unsure about the world, and they want things to be better, they want things to be more positive, and they just need someone to parents, you should really, really put all your attention, all your focus onto your kid then and there. Because the last thing you want to do, honestly, is to be digging a hole for them. If they ever consider committing, if they ever consider going through that, it doesn't take but a second, to find something or to get a hold of something, and then that's it. And especially if the parents are out of the home and they left the child home alone, to kind of watch over the place, that's even worse because you never know. You might come home to them thinking they're asleep in bed, but really they've just gouged out a vein. I mean, we don't know. So really listen to your kids, really pay them attention, and if something is going on in the school with your child, make sure you sit down, talk to the principal, or whoever about it. Bring your kid if you have to. Tell them what's going on. Have them tell the principal what's going on. Don't just let this go on in silence. I mean, because it will and it can lead to this stuff. I don't have any of my own, but this is more towards you out there that do have some. Just listen to them. Just listen to them. You know, it's not going to take an hour of your time to listen to your kid. A few minutes at least. So just do any and everything you can to make sure they're safe, that they're not being bullied or harassed or going unnoticed in any way. Because they're precious. I mean, they're treasures. You need to really give them everything. Give them the world. Give them plenty of love, plenty of attention. Because they're only young once. So the last thing you need is to come home to your child in a bathtub, where they've committed. That's the last thing any parent needs to see or witness. So I just wanted to get this out, just get this off my chest because, like I said, the first time I played this, it actually made me cry. Like, it was that sad because I was telling myself that I hope that's not, a letter, a note on the table, and it was. And that's when it hit me really hard because no parent should have to go through that. But yeah, just listen to them, give them all your love, all your attention, your pride. They're your pride, they're your joy, and they need to be rewarded for that. Don't abuse them, don't mistreat them, don't hit them. Don't be like the enemy. That's the last person you need to be like. Don't be like the enemy. Don't be like the person that's putting them down already. Like the kids at school. Don't be like them. Be the parent. Love your child. Reassure your child that we're going to take care of this problem together. If you have to go to therapy together, that's great. Do that. But don't let this problem carry on in silence because it will and can possibly end like it did in this game. So I just wanted to get this off my chest. I'm going to go and put this up on the channel now, and I'll get the next game started. It's not going to have commentary though. It will be cute. It's going to be a cute game to lighten the mood. It's going to be about some little bunny rabbits. So if you guys like that, if you like bunnies in general, you can stick around. But that's all Blue has to say on this matter. And I'll see you guys in